What it do, YouTube? MJN for life here, back again, bringing you something that's not the actual game, but it's related to the game, and this is the base stats and the base stat changes of the Mega Pokemon. So this is a kind of a basic thing that the people at Smogon have done. They've kind of pretty much they've broken down the game and figured out what the base stats are most likely going to be. These are still not 100%, but based on the Pokemon stats within the game, they were able to get a good estimate of what the Pokemon's base stats are what they are. So we'll start off with Mega Venusaur. I think it would help me if I had the base stats of the original Pokemon, but I guess I'll just have to go off memory. So Venusaur's base stats: 80 in HP, 102 in attack, 123 in in defense. 100 special attack, 120 special defense, 100 speed. Now with things that changed, the HP is the same. The attack went up significantly. I believe it was around 80. In the 80-ish range. Don't know exactly. Hold on. Slightly unprofessional, but let's just go to Cerebi and click on Venusaur, and then this will be a lot easier. So I won't be giving you random things that probably won't be true, just straight off my memory, and I'll give you actual stats of the Venusaur and so on and so forth. So. Oh, as you can see, my Cam Studio recording thing there. All right, so Venusaur's HP. So its original HP is what the? Oh my God! Sorry about this. Slightly unprofessional, but anyway, here we go. So its original HP is 80, 82, 83 defense, 100 special attack, 100 special defense, and 80 speed. So its HP stayed the same as I said. Its attack went up significantly. 20 points. That's pretty significant change. Its its defense went up to let's see. Let's go back to the Mega Venusaur. Defense went up even more than its attack did. Well, actually, what's that? 40 points about. Special attack stayed the same. Special defense went up by 120, and speed went up by 20. So actually, I did a calc. Because again, I made a video previously talking about the Mega Pokemon, and the main question for each of the Mega Pokemon was, are the boosts going to be significant? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to calc how much. Let's just say a standard Pokemon. Let's say it has 100 attack. It's using a 100 base power move against Venusaur. So normal Venusaur has 100 special defense. So plus special defense, nature will be 320 with the perfect IVs, obviously, and then we're going to say it's a stab move for the Pokemon. So it does about 38 damage. So Venusaur's max HP is 364. So if we do 364 minus 38, excuse me for a second, we would get 326. So that's how much HP Venusaur would have after the attack. But then we have to factor in that leftovers will give you a 16th of your health back. So if we do 364 divided by 16, that's about 22.75, and I think the game rounds down. So now if we do 364 minus 38 plus 22, then we get our health would be 349. Now if we divide that by 364, we can see how much HP we would have left, which is 96% HP left. So now the question is, if I'm going to use Mega Venusaur, which it doesn't have leftovers because of the Mega Stone, the question is, will I have more than 96% health left? So we're gonna do the math right now. So we're gonna do that same attack, 100 base attack on the 100 base power move, divided by Mega Venusaur's new special defense, which is 120. So that would be what, 372. Excuse me, I wrote in 327. So it'd be nice to put the right number in. Divided by 50 equals. So now the attack does 22 damage before stab. So we put in a stab. Now that's 33.8. So let's just round that up for the sake of, so it does 4 less damage. So is that really significant when you factor in leftovers? And I would say no, because now if we do 364 minus 33, let's just do 33, round down. That's 331, and now divide that by 364, we would have 90% health remaining. So for especially defensive standpoint, it's going to be better to run regular Venusaur with leftovers, because the leftovers recovery ultimately means you take hits better. But in the same sense, if you're going to run a defensive Venusaur, it would be better to run it would be better to run Mega Venusaur because Mega Venusaur's defense is significantly better than normal Venusaur's defense. So you know, 123 versus 82. I'm not even gonna calculate that because I know that even with leftovers, Mega Venusaur is gonna be better. But I guess another thing you have to factor is the thick fat coming into play. So thick fat allows you to basically eat up ice and fire type moves, making them neutral damage. So that is something that you also might want to consider. But I think that the question for the Mega Pokemon is the boost going to be significant? So let's look at Mega Charizard. So let's go to let's look up Charizard stats, and while we're doing that, we're going to look at Charizard stats. So base 78 HP, I don't think that changed. Base 124 attack, that definitely changed. Base 118 defense, that definitely changed. Base 129 special attack, base 85 special defense, and 100 speed. So its speed and HP stayed the same. Everything else changed, I believe. Let's just check that to make sure. Stupid pop-ups. I really need to get a pop-up blocker that works. So its attack was originally 84. Its defense was originally 78. So its defense greatly increased. I don't really know why they made its defense so high, 118 from 78. It had 109 special attack. So now it has 129. So 20 point boost there. It had 85 special defense, so its special defense, HP, and speed stayed the same, where its defense greatly shot up. And it also has the Tough Claws ability, also along with being a Dragon type, so you get Stab on Outrage and Dragon Claw, which are moves that Charizard can learn. So obviously, Mega Charizard, if you're going to run a physical Charizard, it's going to be better. I mean, even if, because with base 84 attack, even with Life Orb or even Choice Band, it's not gonna come close to the power that Mega Charizard just has. Even especially with the Tough Claws, which basically makes physical moves. It's almost like a Life Orb potentially. If it's anything like, even if it's just like, you know, a small boost like Iron Fist, where it's just 20%, that's still basically a Life Orb. And that's definitely going to be better. So obviously Mega Charizard is going to be, if you want to run an offensive Dragon Dancing Charizard, you're definitely going to go for the Mega Charizard over regular Charizard. And in the same light, if you want to run a special Charizard, probably want to go for Mega Charizard Y, because Mega Charizard Y gets Drought. So Drought basically gives you the power of choice specs on your fire type moves with the ability to switch on moves. So definitely Charizard is one of those Mega Evolutions where it's definitely better than the original. So now Mega Blastoise. Now this thing got so many boosts, it's ridiculous. Its special attack is through the roof. 135 base special attack, has 79 base speed, base HP, which I know didn't change, as well as its speed didn't change at 78. 103 attack. Why does Blastoise need 103 attack? I don't know, but that definitely went up. 120 defense. I don't know if I think it had 100 base defense before. 135 special attack. That was the main thing that changed. 115 special defense. So let's just double check and see. Again, fucking pop-ups. I don't even know what this is. So yeah, it had 83 attack before. So again, another 20-point boost in attack. Defense went up by 20. Special attack significantly shot up from 85 to 135, and then special defense went up 10 points. So again, Blastoise is another one of those Pokemon where if you're gonna run a defensive Blastoise, you might as well just run regular Blastoise, because again, 20-point boost and 10-point boost isn't enough to make up for the lack of leftovers. Whereas if you're going to run an offensive Blastoise, it's just going to be better to run. It's definitely going to be better to run Mega Blastoise, because 135 base special attack plus the Mega Launcher ability definitely going to be much more powerful than any Blastoise could ever be with the base 85 special attack. And also another thing to note is Blastoise does get access to Water Spout, so you may be able to abuse powerful Water Spouts with that 135 base special attack. Although maybe not, just because 78 speed, not really going to be outspeeding much with 78 speed, especially in overused tier. So we're going to move on to Mega Alakazam. Now Mega Alakazam has base 55 HP, 50 attack, 65 defense, 175 special attack, 85 special defense, and 150 speed. So I'm pretty sure the defenses are the same for Alakazam, but we're going to double check. We obviously know its special attack went from 135 to 175, and its speed went from 120 to 150. So Alakazam is fast and freaking has uber special attack. I mean, hello. But its ability changes from Magic Guard to Trace. Now, I'm not really sure how to feel about this, Because, for example, Mega Alakazam with Mega Gengar, as you can see, Mega Gengar right below that has the Shadow Tag ability. Mega Alakazam can Mega Evolve and trap Shadow Tag Gengar after it has trapped one of your Pokemon. You just say, no big deal, bro. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I'm going to trap your Gengar. My Alakazam outspeeds your Gengar by 20, and I'm just going to kill you with a Psychic type move with my 175 base special attack. So Trace could be useful for that. It could be useful to like switch into like I don't know. What else could it be useful for? I guess switching in onto like a Salamence, copying the Intimidate ability, or maybe a Dragonite, copying the Multiscale. I'm not really sure. Like I can't really think of like ways that Alakazam can really use Trace. I definitely think that Magikarp was a much better ability, and I honestly don't think that Mega Alakazam, despite the 175 base special attack, is going to be that good because, again, the reason why Alakazam was so effective last gen was because it had access to Magic Guard plus the ability to run Focus Sash and to live any one hit and be able to dish out some powerful damage right back. But now, without this, I mean, Scizor, there is a Mega Scizor, and this thing just dies to a bullet punch. And that was Alakazam's main problem in 4th gen, and it's going to run into that same similar problem this gen because it lost Magic Guard, and because it has to hold the Mega Stone, it won't be able to run Focus Sash to live any one hit. So I honestly think that regular Alakazam is going to be better than Mega Alakazam in the long run, just an overall utility. Now, you could use Mega Alakazam for things like trapping Shadow Tag Gengar, or just fucking 150, 175, just hit something, just kill one thing. I mean, this thing is guaranteed to kill one Pokemon at least. But again, Pokemon like Scizor can just come in on Alakazam after it's taken down a Pokemon and then just revenge kill it. Tyranitar after I'm actually not even sure if T-Tar, even with the special defense boost, can take a Focus Blast from this thing. I'm not gonna sit up here and calc it, but I don't know. I think a Focus Blast may just straight up kill T-Tar with the 175 base special attack. So I mean, T-Tar used to be able to just come in on Alakazam, take a Focus Blast, and then just pursue it. But I don't think that's going to be the case unless you're running Chople Berry. You're probably not going to be able to survive. Again, I don't even know what that is. Why does it keep popping up? Anyway, so it had its defense went up by 20, which is it allows it to take hits better. But then again, 65 defense isn't the greatest, and its special defense is the same. So its defense went up by 20. So you're going to find that a lot of the Mega Pokemon, their defenses increased because I think what Game Freak was trying to do was make up for the lack of of the ability to use an item like Leftovers or Life Orb. So that's why their boost is so significant. The boost that they get is so significant. So now we're gonna look at Mega Gengar as this stupid thing pops up once again every single time. So we're gonna look at Mega Gengar here. It has 65 base HP, 60 attack, 80 defense, 170 base special attack, 95 base special defense, and 130 speed with the Shadow Tag ability. So let's look at the changes. So normal Gengar has 60, 65. That changed again. So you notice that the defense increased by 20, special attack increased, the special defense also increased by 20, and the speed increased by 20. So you got a 40 point special attack increase, but Mega Gengar, the Shadow Tag ability, definitely a candidate to be banned. You may see, oh my goodness, you may see Shadow Tag Mega Gengar getting banned just because of its ability to just trap anything and just destroy it with that 170 base special attack. So far, I mean, if I had to pick a Mega Pokemon to get banned, definitely Mega Gengar, just because Shadow Tag is broken. I mean, Gothitelle, the only reason why Gothitelle wasn't banned to Ubers or even Pokemon like Wobbuffet is because one, they're psychic types, so they're susceptible to being pursued and all that stuff. But also, their stats are just subpar in general. But whereas this Pokemon, 170 and 130, that's far from subpar. So it can definitely abuse Shadow Tag. So I definitely think that Mega Gengar is probably going to go straight to Ubers. But now we're going to go to the next Pokemon, Mega Kangaskhan, the freaking bulky beast that is Mega Kangaskhan. I mean, this thing, wow. So 105 base HP, I know that didn't change. 125 base attack, I know that increased from 95. 100 defenses, 60 special attack, 100 special defense, and 100 speed. I know its speed also increased, so let's go find Kangaskhan and find out where. There it is. So again, 105, I told you, didn't change. 95 shot up. It had 80 base defenses, so that was increased by 20. Its special attack also increased by 20, and its speed increased by 10. The main pro for Mega Kangaskhan is the ability to the parental bond, which we don't really know how it works yet. I don't even know how it works yet, but apparently it's like an extra. It probably adds an extra damage to whatever move that you're going to do. But this thing just running max HP, max attack adamant, and just freaking, Kangaskhan has a really good move pool. Obviously, most normal type Pokemon do, but it has access to Drain Punch, Sucker Punch, Fake Out, Return, Double Edge. I mean, this thing could definitely be an overused Pokemon. I mean, this bulk is incredible, and it has great speed now. 100 base speed is pretty good. I definitely think that most of these Mega Pokemon will definitely be overused. So now we're gonna move on to Pinsir. Personally, my favorite Mega Pokemon, Mega Pinsir. So let's look at Pinsir. I just love what they did with Pinsir. Especially, I love its new ability, Aerialize, which makes normal type moves. Flying type moves. So let's look at Pinsir. So we found Pinsir. So Pinsir stats now are 65 HP, which, as you saw, didn't change. 155 attack, which went up by 30 points from 125. 120 defense, 65 special attack. We don't really care about that anyway. 90 special defense and 105 speed, which went up from 85. So let's look at Pinsir, and you can see its HP stayed the same. Again, its attack went up, its defense went up, a special attack went up, special defense went up by 20, and then its speed went up by, wow, math, 25? 20, I'm stupid. No, 30. Yeah, 30. No, 20. 20. Okay, it's 20. Okay, I'm stupid. It's 20. Anyway, the point is that Pinsir, really good Pokemon. Unfortunately, that base 65 HP prevents it from really abusing the 120 and 90 defenses that it has. But I still think that you could run, max HP, max attack Pinsir with Swords Dance, and here's the main reason why: because Aerial Aid makes your normal type moves, flying type moves, as I said, and Pinsir has access to Quick Attack. So now Mega Pinsir has a stab, flying, quick attack priority move that it can use to abuse with, Swords Dance. So you can go Swords Dance, quick attack, close combat, and Earthquake, or close combat and return, which would be a flying type move. Or you can even do close combat and X-Scissor, close combat, Earthquake, X-Scissor. I mean, any one of those combination of moves along with Swords Dance, depending on what coverage you want. But quick attack is really going to be useful on Mega Pinsir, especially with the 155 base attack. After Swords Dance, quick attack is going to be doing some big damage now that it's stabbed. So Mega Pinsir, my favorite Mega Pokemon. Really like Mega Pinsir. Now we're going to move on to Gyarados. Mega Gyarados, 95 base HP didn't change. 155 base attack, again, went up from 125. 109 base defense, which I know went up from 81, I believe its base defense was, because I love Gyarados, so I almost know Gyarados' stats by heart. But I'm just going to double check just to make sure. So let's go find Gyarados. Oh, 79. I was close. I was off by 2. But 79 base defense, that went up. And let's see, 70 special attack. I don't think that changed. Yeah, let me see. Oh, no, it went up by 10. That's not really significant. 130 base special defense, up from 181 speed, which is the same. Unfortunately, Gyarados didn't get any faster, but they made this Pokemon even more bulky than it already was. And the broken thing about Mega Pokemon, and Gyarados is a perfect example of this, is that they have the ability to use 2 abilities, because we all know that you Mega Evolve on the turn that you attack. So when you switch in with regular Gyarados, you get the benefits of intimidating the Pokemon that you switch in on, making your 109 base defense even better. And then you get to Mega Evolve and change your ability to Mold Breaker, allowing you to hit Pokemon like Rotom and Bronzong with Earthquake. Rotom being the the most likely Pokemon that you'll run into. So that's another broken thing about Mega Pokemon, is they have the ability to abuse 2 abilities. Mega Mawile is another Pokemon that can just switch in, intimidate you, and then Mega Evolve and increase its defenses. So Mega Gyarados being Water Dark, that means that a Pokemon like that means that it's no longer flying type. I thought it was going to be a dragon, but dark type isn't the worst type to have. That means it has something super effective to hit Pokemon like Latios and Starmie, which after Dragon Dance, Starmie could potentially take a Stone Edge from Gyarados, but not anymore, because you can just hit him up with a Stab Crunch. So Pokemon like Latios, Latias, Starmie, They don't want to. They can't take on Mega Gyarados anymore. Pokemon like Rotom, as I previously mentioned, can no longer take on Mega Gyarados because of the Mold Breaker ability. So another Pokemon that's going to be a huge threat. After one Dragon Dance, this thing's going to be a monster. And you could run like a bulkier spread with max HP, max attack, and or some speed EVs, and then just basically make it so that if you set up 2 Dragon Dances, it's over. That's what I think that definitely is going to be the probably most effective set. So now Mega Aerodactyl. Probably one of the more disappointing Mega Pokemon, in my personal opinion, as far as appearance and just stats is concerned. So it has 180 attack, 135 base special attack, which went up from 105, so it went up 30 points. 85 defenses, 75 special attack, 95 special defense, 150 speed. So again, another Pokemon with 150 speed. So let's go check out Mega Aerodactyl as something about the freaking Flash. I don't know. It's in Japanese, so I can't read it. So Aerodactyl 80, so 65 and 75, those were its defenses. 130 speed, obviously, and then 60 special attack, which went up to 70. So it has the Tough Claws ability, Rock and Flying. Now, the problem that I see with Mega Aerodactyl is if Aerodactyl doesn't get Head Smash or Brave Bird, which it didn't last gen, and I don't imagine that they would finally wise up and give it those 2 moves this gen, what moves can it even abuse with the Tough Claws ability? Because its stab move, main form of stab in Stone Edge, doesn't make physical contact. So that's not going to be boosted by Tough Claws. I mean, you could run, I guess, Fly or Aerial Ace. Like, I mean, those, what moves can it abuse with the Tough Claws? I guess maybe moves like Ice Fang, Fire Fang, and Thunder Fang, but those moves aren't really good to begin with. So I don't really think Mega Aerodactyl is all that great. Unfortunately, unless they give it Head Smash, if they give it Head Smash and Brave Bird, then this thing's a problem. But if it doesn't get those 2 moves, it's just going to be subpar. Probably one of the worst Mega Pokemon. Now, Mega Mewtwo, it's a beast. Steadfast ability, 194 base special attack, 90 defense, 90 in both of its defenses, 150 special attack, 130 speed. The only thing that changed was a special attack. I believe Mewtwo already had 90 in its defenses. I'm not really going to go over Mewtwo, though, too much, just because I don't really care about Ubers, to be honest. I don't really care about Ubers, but Mega Mewtwo, on the other hand, is basically like just flip-flopped, although it has 10 more speed, has more special defense, but lower defense. So Mega Mewtwo, why? So now we're going to go for Mega Ampharos. They actually they aren't sure about Mega Ampharos at the current moment, so we're going to have to skip him, unfortunately, but Mega Scizor, this Pokemon. So Mega Scizor is sporting base 70 HP, which is the same, 150 attack, which is gone up from 130, 140 defense, which went up from 100, 65 special attack. I'm pretty sure that didn't change, and even if it did, who cares? 100 special defense, which went up from 80, and then 75 speed, which went up from 65. Yeah, I know Scizor stats like that. Unfortunately for Mega Scizor, the main problem is that Adamant Banded Scizor is more powerful. That's just what it comes down to. Now, this particular Scizor can take hits much better than regular Scizor can, so I think that this Scizor is really mainly going to be used for the bulky SD, so max HP, max attack, Adamant's Swords Dance. That's probably the only time you'll see this, because Choice Banded Scizor is just better as far as power. It's just pure damage output is concerned. Choice Banded Scizor puts out more damage. However, Choice Banded Scizor can't take hits as well as Mega Scizor can, but I mean, honestly, you don't really need your Scizor to take hits. You just switch in and just bullet punch shit or U-turn, and then it doesn't matter. So I think that's Scizor. You're still going to see a lot of regular Scizor just because Choice Banded Scizor is just still much more of a powerhouse than Mega Scizor. But bulky Swords Dance Mega Scizor is going to be a threat, and you need to prepare yourself for that. Now, Mega Heracross. 80 base HP didn't change. 185 base attack went up, what is that? 60 points from 125. 115 defense. I believe it had 80 defense before, or 85 defense. And Heracross had some decent bulk on it. Actually, let's go to. I think there are less fighting Pokemon than there are bug Pokemon, so it'll be a lot easier to find it in the fighting section. And yep, I was right. So yeah, it had 75 defense, and it went up to 115, I believe. 115, 40 base attack, special attack. It didn't change. Doesn't really need special attack. 105 special defense. It had 95 special defense before and 85 speed. And its speed, it actually went down. So it lost speed. Wow, didn't even notice that. And it has its ability Skill Link, which I don't know what Heracross can do with Skill Link. I mean, unless they're making a new bug type move that hits multiple times, what is the significance of Heracross getting Skill Link? I don't think anybody's going to be running Fury Attack on Heracross. So, Mega Heracross, I lied. This is the most disappointing Mega Pokemon. Aerodactyl, no longer. I didn't even notice the speed drop. But yeah, this is definitely the most disappointing Mega Pokemon. And wow, I mean, Heracross is just regular. Heracross is just going to be better. It's faster. It has the ability to. It has Moxie and Guts as well, which are great abilities. Yeah, it's just comes out to the simple fact that regular Heracross is better. Mega Heracross is probably not going to be seeing much play, if any. So yeah, that's that. The most disappointing Mega Pokemon. Mega Houndoom, we don't really know much about it, other than that fact that it has solar power. That's going to be a big threat. Mega Tyranitar as well. Not much to say about it. Mega Blaziken, again, this Pokemon is probably going to be Uber, so I'm not really going to go over it, but its attack is 160 now, went up from 120, and its speed also went up from 80, and it also got some slightly increased bulk. Its defenses, I know, increased. But Mega Gardevoir is another Pokemon we're going to talk about. Another Pokemon with 175 base special attack. These stats may be inaccurate, as all the stats may be slightly inaccurate. So it has 68 base HP, which hasn't changed. 75 base attack probably changed, but I don't really care. 65 base defense, which I know didn't change. 175 base special attack, which went up 30 points from 125. 135 base special defense, which went up 20 points from 115. And 100 speed, which went up 20 points from 80. So the question is, it has the Pixelate ability, which makes normal type moves into fairy type moves. Again, this ability, another one of those abilities it looks good on paper, but it's really stupid when you think about it, because what normal type moves, what normal type special attacks does Gardevoir have access to that it really wants to become fairy type moves? Hyper Beam, I mean, maybe Hyper Voice, but Moonblast is stronger than Hyper Voice. So Pixelate, it's kind of like a useless ability, honestly, because with Moonblast is already a fairy type move and it's 95 base power, and that's probably the most powerful special attack that Gardevoir has at its disposal, even with the added normal type moves. Because there's not that many special normal type moves. I guess you could say Echoed Voice is one of those moves that actually may be a good idea. Echoed Voice becomes a fairy type move, and if you use that 2 or 3 times in a row, that move becomes super powerful. So I think Echoed Voice is the only move that I can think of that actually is worth it to turn into a fairy type move. All the other moves, it doesn't really matter. But it has increased speed, which is really good, but 100 base speed being a pretty decent speed. Again, it's still not fast enough. As you can see, a lot of these Pokemon 150, 130. You still got the 108 base speed. Mythical Goats, as well as Latios being 110. But again, 100 is still a decent speed. I guess in all honesty, I didn't do the calc right now, but I'm not going to do it right now. But I think that Choice Specs Gardevoir probably does hit much harder than Mega Gardevoir, but I guess the trade-off is that you have to lock yourself into a move, whereas with Mega Gardevoir, you can just use that 175 base special attack freely and with the ability to switch moves. Another great thing about Mega Gardevoir that Mega Alakazam doesn't have access to is the ability that is the part that it's part fairy. So that means that Mega Gardevoir is no longer just going to straight up die to a pursuit or any dark type move, because fairy resists dark, and so now dark is neutral. So Mega Gardevoir might be a little bit better to run over Mega Alakazam, even though it doesn't have nearly the speed that Mega Alakazam had. But Mega Gardevoir is not going to be as susceptible to dark type moves as Mega Alakazam might have been. But it just all depends. Mega Alakazam is still a very powerful Pokemon. Now we're going to move on to Mega Mawile. I just want to say 105 base attack. Why? Why did it need more attack? Can someone please explain this? That Adamant, that's 339, so multiply that by 2. That's 678 attack without any boosts whatsoever. Hello? Hello? That's more powerful than Deoxys. What? Why does it need more attack? But 125 base defense, which went up from like 85 or something. Let's just go check Mega Mawile. Or regular Mawile, I'm sorry. Let's go to Fairy, because normal Mawile is also Steel Fairy. So let's go see what Mawile's packing. So yeah, it had 85 base defense and 55 base special defense and 50 speed. So its special defense went up by 40 to 95, and its defense went up significantly to 125. Its speed stayed the same. This stat right here is what's gonna mainly be the crippling factor of Mega Mawile, because offensive threats like Jirachi can just switch in and revenge kill it with an Earthquake. But then again, with 105 base attack, Unstabbed Sucker Punch after a Search Dance is going to destroy lives. I mean, at base 85 attack, Mega Mawile already O-code Gliscor 100% of the time after Stealth Rocks with an Ice Punch. But now, Gliscor definitely can't switch into an Ice Punch from Mega Mawile, an Adamant Mega Mawile. The two problems, obviously, speed is already mentioned, but the 50 base HP also really low and really prevents Mega Mawile from abusing these 125 and 95 base defenses that it has, because 50 HP isn't really the greatest. But then again, Rotom has a similar HP and it's pretty defensive. And it takes hits pretty well. So I guess 50 is low, but I mean the 125 and 95 do kind of help mitigate the low HP. So Mega Mawile definitely going to be a huge threat next generation. Definitely OU. I don't think it's Uber material. Some people are saying, oh, it's going to be Uber. I don't think that the 50 base speed really hinders it. But again, though, especially since the fact that Steel lost its resistance to Dark, Sucker Punch, man. Sucker Punch. Mega Aggron we don't quite know, unfortunately, but Mega Medicham, 60 HP didn't change. 100 attack, which went up from 60, so it can abuse, again, more attack to abuse with 2 power. Speed, which went up from 80, and then its defenses went up slightly. Its special attack, I think, is about the same. But Mega Medicham, I don't think that this Pokemon is, I mean, let me rephrase that. I mean, huge power, high jump kick, destroys lives. I mean, that's just the thing. Huge power, high jump kick. You can't switch into it. I dare you to switch Gliscor in. It's just going to die to an Ice Punch next turn anyway. I mean, this Pokemon is going to be a really good wall breaker. Because Skarmory, I dare Skarmory to switch into this high jump kick and think that it's going to take some, take that. No, I'm going to calculate right now. 328 times 2 times 130 times 42 divided by 416 divided by 50 equals plus 2 times 1.5. Oh, that's 2.5. 1.5 equals 261 damage max, and let's see what minimum damage is. 222 damage minimum. So, what? That's 66% to Skarmory. That's 66% to Skarmory. You cannot switch into this Pokemon. It's a fact, and it may be OU just for that simple fact. There is nothing that can switch into a high jump kick from this thing that's not a ghost type. Nothing. Even ghost types are getting destroyed by high jump kick. Fuck it. Jesus Christ, this thing hits like a truck. The problem is, it does have increased defenses, which is good. Allows it to take, priority moves much better. 100 base speed is not bad at all, especially for the purpose of wall breaking. It also has access to a priority bullet punch, so that's good. So Mega Medicham, definitely another OU candidate. Mega Magnetric now, 70, 75, 80, 135. The main changes 135 and 135 in both speed and special attack. It also has access to the Intimidate ability. As we all know, as with every Mega Pokemon, its defenses increased slightly, probably by 20 points. Seems to be the average point increase in the defenses. And 135 base speed, though this Pokemon outspeeds Jolteon. Jolteon used to be safe with that 130 base speed. There wasn't much of anything that outsped Jolteon, but now Jolteon, that 130 isn't so safe anymore. Pokemon like Manectric can outspeed it. Mega Alakazam, Mega Gengar speed ties with it now. So unfortunately, Jolteon's no longer safe at 130. Also, Talonflame also has 130 base speed. That's going to be a pretty decent Pokemon as well. But anyway, back to Mega Manectric. Manectric has access to moves like Overheat, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, I don't really see this Pokemon being overused. Definitely, it's going to be a huge threat in the underused tier. If they allow Mega Pokemon in the underused tier, and I'm pretty sure that they may not. But this Pokemon it's pretty tame. I mean, 135 is not too powerful. 135 speed is just outspeeds everything. So I definitely see this Pokemon as an underused candidate. I don't think it has enough tools in its disposal to be overused. Although you could run a set like Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, and Overheat, or Hidden Power Grass, depending on what if you want to be able to if Gastrodon or something like that becomes popular again. So I think it has a chance to be overused. Although I don't think that people will gravitate towards this Pokemon when there's so many other Mega Pokemon to use. Next we're gonna go on to Mega Absol. Mega Absol, 65 base HP, 150 base attack, 115 base special attack, and 115 base speed. Mega Absol got a significant speed boost. Its original speed was 100 and or it was 75. It wasn't 100 anything. It was 75. Let's just go look at Absol real quickly. Absol. So yeah, 60 defenses didn't change. 75 attack increased significantly, and yeah, 75 speed. It went up significantly, which is really good because that was one of the main hindrances of Absol. Because Absol, as far as a move pool standpoint, has a lot of tools at its disposal, and now you can run. You don't even need to even abuse this. You don't really the only reason why you would need this speed is to hit like walls like Heatran or Ferrothorn to outspeed those, but you already outsped those anyway. But I mean, you could just run like Adamant, max HP, max attack, and just fucking Swords Dance and then Sucker Punch. Like, since Steel no longer resists Dark, that was another thing why, because all the Steel types that resisted Dark type moves, since that's not the case anymore, after a Swords Dance, what wants to take a Sucker Punch? And then it also has Iron Tail, so you can just Iron Tail those Fairy types. And so this Pokemon, Swords Dance, Sucker Punch, Iron Tail, Superpower, that's a threat. This is a threat. Plus the Magic Bounce ability now. The problem with Mega Absol is that you can't really abuse the Magic Bounce ability like, say, a Pokemon like Espeon can, because Absol has to switch in, and its ability is Pressure or Super Luck or whatever. It doesn't really matter at that point. And then if you like, you can't switch into Stealth Rocks to block Stealth Rocks unless you've already Mega Evolved your Absol. So that's the thing that you're gonna have to keep in mind. So Absol might even function as a really good anti-lead because you can set it out, Mega Evolve it, so if they want to, go for their Stealth Rocks right off the bat, you can Mega Evolve it and block and send the Stealth Rocks back at him. And you can play mind games with your opponent, because if you lead off with Absol, people are going to get, eventually they're going to get wise to the fact that if he Mega Evolves, he's going to bounce my rocks back at me, so they may switch and give you a free turn to Mega Evolve. They may not go for rocks, and that gives you a free turn to set up a Sword Dance or just attack them directly. So yeah, Mega Absol might turn out to be a really, really good lead and anti-lead. Mega Bayonet, we don't know what its movesets are, but it does have access to Prankster, so it's going to be able to abuse those Prankster Will-O-Wisps, sort of like what's the Pokemon? Sableye was able to do. So this might be a really good Pokemon. I don't know if Bayonet gets Thunder Wave, but if it did, that would be another move that it can use just to cripple those sweepers. But this is going to be a really good Pokemon to cripple those sweepers. They want to set up with Dragon Nesses with their Mega Gyarados. You can just Will-O-Wisp it. You can also use priority Destiny Bonds with Mega Bayonet. So Mega Bayonet is going to be a really good Pokemon, despite what it's depending on what its stats are. Even if its stats stayed the same, which we know they're not, this definitely could be one of those Pokemon that's just like, I'm just going to use it as an instant out to whatever you do. So Mega Bayonet definitely does have another potential to be overused, and that I'm really glad for Bayonet, because it's just like one of those obscure Pokemon that definitely needed something more. Now Mega Garchomp, 108 base HP, which I believe didn't change. Let's go to Dragon, and let's look at Mega Garchomp. Let's look at regular Garchomp. Where are you, Garchomp? There you are. So, yeah, I don't think any of the Pokemon's HP stat changed at all. So, 170 base attack, which went up from 130. 115 base defense, which went up. 120 special attack, which definitely went up from 85. 95 base special defense, and then 92 speed. And that's the kicker right there. The speed dropped down. Now, in my video, I said it would probably go down to about 95. So I was really close in that estimate, but 95 base special defense, which went up to 115, so 20 points there, 10 points in the special defense category, 40 points in the special attack category. So again, here's something that I calculated. So now, if you're going to run Adamant Mega Garchomp, and Adamant Mega Garchomp's outrage does more than a Jolly Life Orb outrage coming from regular Garchomp. So that's something to keep in mind. So one of the questions was, would the boost be significant? And the attack boost does, as well as the special attack boosts, do seem to be significant. But you have to run max attack, so Adamant Nature plus attack plus 250 plus attack nature 252 EV and attack to get that overwhelming power. And with the 120 base special attack, that definitely is going to outshine base 85 with a Life Orb. Let me just double check that right now. So base 85 is 269, I believe, times 140. Let's just do Draco Meteor times 1.5 times 1.3. So that does 73,437, and 120, which would be, let's just say you're going to run modest, 372 times 140 times 1.5. And yeah, that as well. It does do more. So I think Mega Garchomp, because of its lack of speed, it really can only function as a wall breaker. You're not going to be able to really, like, I don't think Swords Dance set's definitely not going to be effective. You're too slow for that. And unfortunately, there's no priority Dragon type move that you could have used. That would be absolutely broken if they created the priority Dragon type move. But yeah, so I really think that Mega Garchomp's only real usage is going to be a wall breaker, especially on sand teams with 170 base power, Sand Force, Earthquakes to throw out. Yeah, I dare you to switch into this. And then you can also use Fire Blast with that 120 base special attack. Some Pokemon like Skarmory, Ferrothorn, those aren't even counters anymore because you can hit them super hard with a Fire Blast. And yeah, so Mega Garchomp, overall solid Pokemon. The speed is a problem, but it definitely is going to be a very, very effective wall breaker next OU format. And we have also a Mega Lucario. Its adaptability, as I already said in the video, does make up for the lack of life orb or leftovers as far as stab moves are concerned. It has 110 speed, which went up from 90. It has 140 base special attack, which went up from 115, and 145 base attack, which went up, from 110. 90 defense, which went up, and 70 special defense, which I think is the same. So Mega Lucario, a huge, huge threat, and I'm telling you guys, agility, Mega Lucario, do it. Just do it. Just try it out. I'm telling you, you will sweep an entire team. All you have to do is get rid of Skarmory and Fortress, and you just sweep their team. High Jump Kick, Crunch, and Hidden Power Ice destroys lives. And especially with that 140 base special attack, this Agility Mega Lucario is going to be a huge threat. Also, Swords Dance Mega Lucario with Extreme Speed or Bullet Punch, the standard Lucario set, that's going to be a huge threat as well. Mega Lucario, watch out for it. Regular Lucario is already too good. Mega Lucario is even better. And the last Pokemon is Mega Abomasnow. And let's look at Abomasnow, because I don't even know anything about Abomasnow stats. I know it didn't really have one stat that was that was particularly great. It was just all of the stats were just overall solid. And yeah, well, 90 HP I guess is pretty good. So it had 90 HP, 92 attack, 75 defense, 92 special attack, or 85 special defense, and 60 speed. So let's see what changed here. So its speed decreased it got cut in half. Its defense is increased greatly, 105, 105. Its attack and special attack increased greatly, 132, 132, and then 90 base HP, which obviously their HP stat hasn't changed. So this Pokemon got even bulkier. Let's see. So its defense increased by, 40 points. Special defense increased by 30 points. I'm not sure if these defense boosts are going to be significant when you factor in leftovers on regular Abomasnow, but that doesn't even matter because this 132 base attacks is going to be the main reason why you would want to run this thing. That makes your Ice Shards are going to be even more powerful. The speed getting cut in half is unfortunate, but honestly, Abomasnow didn't really need speed because it's so bulky, you can take hits anyway. Plus, with the 132 base attack, it can abuse a move like Giga Drain, and it can abuse Blizzard. Blizzard's going to do some huge damage. So Mega Abomasnow, definitely going to be a staple on any Hail team. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to comment about what you think of these Mega Pokemon. Which Mega Pokemon is your favorite? As I said, my favorite Mega Pokemon is Mega Heracross. My least favorite is, or not Mega Heracross, Mega Pinsir, sorry. My least favorite is Mega Heracross. Tell me your favorite and least favorite Mega Pokemon. But actually, you know what? I guess my favorite Pokemon, my favorite is Mega Pinsir, although Mega Alakazam does come close. I just really like it, like the multiple spoons just floating in the air. That's just fucking cool in my opinion. So I would say Mega Alakazam and Mega Pinsir. I'm gonna cop out and use two, but my least favorite are gonna be is Mega Heracross. But yeah, tell me your favorite Mega Pokemon, your least favorite, and tell me what you think about this video. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, all that other good stuff. Sorry for the slightly unprofessionality of this video, but I found these stats. I just wanted to get a video out to you guys as soon as possible. So with that, I'm going to be out of here. Rate, comment, subscribe, and deuces.